basketball when I was 10 years old, and I played junior high and high school. I'm 29 now, and I still play it. I love this sport, and it's helped me become who I am. But growing up, being gay and playing basketball wasn't always easy. Just because you're gay doesn't mean that you can't be an athlete. So here for my first episode, I actually have two really amazing friends of mine. I met them 5 years ago, playing in the gay basketball league here in Los Angeles. I have Donavion Huskey and Garsten Bergquist. For me, it's a big deal. I feel like I've tried to fight the stereotype being gay and not just in sports in general. Why is it important for us to break the stereotype that gay people are athletes or can at least play basketball?
I've been out at work pretty much my entire professional life, and whenever the so-called straight people come up to me and or even if they're talking to each other about basketball or any professional sports at all, and I start pitching in, and I start pitching in at a higher level than them. Maybe I talk about analytics or the salary cap. They get really surprised because they know, okay, hey, that guy's gay, but he clearly knows his stuff about this, and he might even know more about me. So I think just being yourself, in situations like that is really important for advancing, the cause of being gay and also being able to know about sports, be an athlete, and I think that's really important.
Okay, so if, say you guys are conversing with someone about sports like at work, do you feel like there's something in you though that makes you feel like I have to try to prove a little bit more?
Personally,
is there more passion in it?
I don't know if I would say that. I don't feel like I'm carrying the whole gay world on my back again. But I do think that it's important to be yourself. Like in my personal life, I love sports. Like I'm not gonna try to hide that, for people. Sorry, that cricket is really annoying. Yes! But at the same time, like I want to be myself, and in my personal life, I love sports. I love talking about sports. So yeah, I'm passionate about it in my personal life. I'm gonna be passionate about it in my professional life. With people that aren't gay, like of course I'm gonna try to interject myself in there. But I don't feel any incentive to go harder because I'm gay.
So, do you feel like there's a little more passion, like you're trying to prove to them, like, you know what, I'm just as knowledgeable in comparison to you. I might know more.
I feel like pressure to show or demonstrate that my knowledge is at the same level as theirs. I do feel like there is a little bit more pressure where I'm like, oh, okay, I don't want to say something and sound dumb or say something and sound like I'm not knowledgeable, so I'm more cognizant about the comments that I make and the way that I talk about things.
For me, personally, I think it's very important that everyone uses their platform to, kind of advance these ideas and to stop these stereotypes. And by platform, that could mean your social media. And it could also just mean your conversations with friends. It could mean, any various way of communicating that, hey, gay people can like sports. They can be athletes. They can know their stuff about any, number of things regarding sports. We're not any different than anyone else.
Kind of like the pressure is to perform a certain way and like to be in check with your mannerisms, but I feel like the less that I do that, the more that it kind of like opens up that barrier where people are like, oh, this girl can ball, but she's like not doing it in the same way that I want her to do it.
You want to say be yourself. I mean, very proud. Like you're obviously the way you dress, which I love. If you have one earring is not matching the other, and you're like, oh, did she probably lose it? Or no, that's what she's
lost it probably at a hookup's house. Just being your true, authentic self is very important. Donavion goes out there and doesn't care what anyone thinks. Wears the skimpiest booty shorts.
Yeah.
You see everything.
And don't hit up.
Lock everyone up.
And do you feel like you've built respect that people come off the court like, oh, you know what? You don't look like a basketball player, but you can actually play.
I think I've been really influenced by the women's game. And what I love about the women's game is there are girls that are super femme, and there are girls that are more masculine, but all those girls can ball, and you wouldn't say like, oh, well, that girl can't ball because she's wearing a weave and her hair is like 10 inches long, or the other girl has no hair. You're like, no, she can ball based on her merits, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you don't talk about her appearance so much as you talk about like her abilities in the game. And so for me, I'm like, oh, I would love to see that in the men's game. And I think we're getting to that place where we have people like Steph Curry,
like Westbrook coming out with like the weird
more flair, but not just like actual
Yeah.
physical flair, but even the way that they play the game. You know, there's more finesse and there's like more variability in the way that people are doing things. That it's kind of like, oh, actually, shooting threes only, that's a really good strategy. That works. Now everybody's adopted that strategy, right? Like, it's like, oh, you don't have to be big and masculine and just bulldoze people. It's like, you can just like...
Well, you do that sometimes too.
I do.
You definitely still bulldoze.
I do like a bulldoze.
Yeah.
And that changes things. And that changes the stigma of like, oh, well, these people are more entitled to basketball than a Steph Curry. But now he's like kind of the standard for what we think of, you know?
So you've had different women who've kind of inspired you, right, from the WNBA to be who you are. We know that in recent years, Jason Collins was a big deal for us as basketball players to come out. He came out kind of towards the end of his career, which to me doesn't matter the end of the career. At some point, you came out that takes more guts than maybe those who are professional athletes who haven't. So I just want to get your guys' thoughts, Donavion, on him coming out as a gay basketball player.
I want to second what you said. I mean, I think that a lot of times as minorities, whether it's sexual minorities or ethnic minorities or whatever it is, people expect that someone like takes on all the responsibilities of kind of like standing up for a cause or standing up for people, and that's a lot of courage. And I think sometimes we, as the people that aren't in front of the camera, or the people that don't have that platform, want to be like, oh, well, they should have done it earlier, they should have taken more action, they should have done all this stuff, and it's like, yeah, but do you know how hard that would have been?
Garsten, I know you've actually ran into Jason Collins a few times.
He's one of my best friends. JC, shout out. I think the next big step, honestly, in basketball especially, and in any professional sport, is for a superstar player to come out. Once a superstar player comes out, I think everyone right away will start, will start going to that side fast. Because, if someone that good is gay and is one of the best players in the league, you're going to get a lot of people suddenly being like, we want them to be the face of everything. And everyone else is going to fall in line behind them.
I totally agree with 100%. Like, for me, like, I'm always hoping that, like, obviously I have so much respect for Jason Collins. To me, you made the NBA finals, girl, whatever. Look, she's there, but some people look at, some people might not even know, like, who even Jason Collins is. If you're, like, you could ask someone, if you're just, a lot of people know him because he's gay. Some people might not even know who he is, and you could be a basketball fan.
Right, and also shout out to former NBA player John Amici. I don't know if this is correct, but I think he was the first NBA player to actually come out. He came out after he was done playing. But he was the trailblazer who kind of probably led the way for the next person to come out, who was Jason Collins. And Jason Collins is the trailblazer for the next person to come out.
As you guys know, the Lakers had their first ever Pride Night. Lambda Basketball, which is the gay league out here, got a chance to go ahead and play on the court before the game. Before the game, I asked some of the guys a few questions. Let's roll. Hey, what's up? It's Scott, and you're hanging out with Game Time. Shout out to the Los Angeles Lakers for hosting their first ever Pride Night.
Hey, my name is Kenny. I'm 25. I've been playing basketball since I was 6. My NBA crush is Devin Booker.
Hi, my name is Leroy Smith. I've been playing basketball for about 15 years, and my NBA crush would be Nick Johnson from the San Antonio Spurs.
Hey, I'm Jesse. I've been playing basketball for around 25 years, and my NBA crush is Steven Adams of the Oklahoma City Thunder.
I'm 35. I've been playing basketball for over 20 years now. And my NBA crush, well, I don't really have one because they're way too skinny for me anyway. But my favorite player has always been Vince Carter.
Have you ever experienced someone thinking that you can't play basketball or know anything about sports just because you're gay?
Yeah, definitely. I think like in society there are also some stereotypes with gay athletes, and that usually changes when we get out on the court and start playing and I body them up a little bit.
There's a lot of time when you say you're playing basketball, it's but you gay? And then if you're like, yeah, I'm part of a gay league, they're like, oh, okay, well, that's a gay league. And you have to explain to them that it's exactly the same thing.
I'm proudly out, and so I don't hide it.
I liked what I heard because it sounded like all those people are actually doing work. Like they're going to the gym, they're being their authentic selves, and they're shitting on these hosts, which is like my favorite part about it because they're going to the gym and they're being like, yeah, and I'm balling, and now you want me on your team, right? And so they're changing that narrative themselves. But I think they could also all shoot for higher aspirations as far as like who their crushes are. Like,
Yeah,
if you're gonna have a crush, you need to be in the millions. You need to be a standard, like you need to be a star player. Like, why are you? Who's Nick Jonas?
No, Lee Johnson.
Okay, that's not a
Okay,
real
that's not
person,
even a real
first of all.
person.
Yeah, there are definitely a lot of cute players in the league. I like JJ Redick, and obviously he's like always off the top of my head.
Right.
And there are a bunch of other people I like.
There's a lot of different.
Okay. Well, that's the buzzer. I would actually like to thank Donavion and Garsten for coming on. It really means a lot to me. Thanks to everybody who watched, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. That's game time.
So how about that dick?